All right, we're back on. Keeping my fingers crossed. I think, as I mentioned earlier, Mr. Cook is smarter than I. We should put the battery packs on before we get down to single digits, because I think once it gets down so low, it stops recording. But anyway, we certainly want to finish the end of the game. Satellite is up 5 runs to nothing. It is the top of the 7th. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Cocoa Beach needs to come up with 5 runs, or this game is in the bag. And again, this is as well as they've played in either 3 times that they've matched up. As you can see, it's beautiful weather. Good crowd. Satellite and Edgewood are playing a regional quarterfinal, I believe, or semifinal across the way here. The winner will go to the Elite 8 in girls lacrosse in 1A. But right now, we're playing baseball here at Satellite. The score is not on the board, but there's 2 balls, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Cocoa Beach is down to their last out unless they can get something going. Oh, it looks like it hit the batter, and that's number 9. Ricardo. I can't spell his last name, so I'm just going to call him Ricardo. Anyway, so just like that with 2 outs, they got a batter on. Coach Winn never stopped coaching. Again, we talked about the game that we first did a few weeks ago where Satellite was down 5-0 to Titusville and came back and tied the game, down again by 1, tied the game, and won in extra innings. So now Cocoa Beach has man on first, 2 outs, batter up, number 20, Cooper, and it's no balls, 1 strike. On a beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in Satellite Beach, Florida. In the dirt, another good stop by the catcher. And we talked about this earlier. You can see the distance behind home plate. So once that pass ball, which is what happened earlier to Cocoa Beach, if you're standing on third, you got a lot of time to run down to home base because that catcher is not sure where that ball is going to go. And that's unfortunately how Satellite got their last run. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Yeah, that looked good from here. Coach Cook, you finished that hamburger and french fries?
Almost.
Again, thank you to the concession stand for hooking us up, getting some carbs in as we're working the baseball game. And that's how the game is going to end, with a strikeout. And pitching for Satellite, that was number 13, Mike McCarthy. And again, like we mentioned, these coaches know each other. They both played ball here in Brevard County. Coach Gaudy playing at Cocoa Beach. Coach Winn playing at Merritt Island. And just a lot of camaraderie. Thank you, Blue. Have a great evening. Again, another great game, not only that we got to see, but also by the Mid-Coast Officials Association. You know, we talked about this before. There was a little kernuffle or whatever Judge Judy calls it in the, was it Michigan, in the NCAA, and shaking hands and people wanting to get rid of it. You don't want to get rid of this. I mean, this is, at the end of the day, you played hard, you fought hard, you played each other 3 times this year. And you know what? You come out and you shake hands. I'm sure both coaches are going to huddle with their players. And again, nice shot of the crowd over there. And we're going to get this, Jimmy, we're going to get this battery thing hooked up. I think Coach Cook is right. We got to get the battery pack plugged in before we get down to single digits. But we're watching the game so much. And so what do you think, Coach? What do you think after watching?
Well, I think it was a good game. Both teams played hard. Could have went either way. You know, Cocoa Beach had runners in scoring position several times and just couldn't get them over the plate.
Right.
But hats off to both teams. I think they played well.
Yeah.
Great defense on both sides.
Right. You know, we talked about they were slated to play on Thursday. My guess is, I don't know for sure. They've already played 3 times. Probably just figured, hey, we're going in the districts next year. Like you said, let's save the arms, save the bats. We don't need to play each other 4 times. And let's get ready for districts. And we talked about Cocoa Beach has won 5 of 8. Now they've got a 7-game win streak over there across the way at Satellite, and they're both probably where they need to be to get ready for districts.
Yeah, I think so. They're just tuning up for the district playoff here. So I think both teams will do well.
Yeah, I think so too. And again, if you're just joining us or if you're not familiar with Pressbox Overtime, and let me see here, Mr. Cook, we got to make sure that we got some new bling on. We got our new shirts, so we got to make sure we, Mr. McKinney, hopefully you like our shirts. But tonight's game is on Facebook group, Pressbox Overtime, and for the fans that had the 6 seniors, I'm also going to download the videos on my YouTube channel, Pressbox Overtime, because it's easier to find than looking on Facebook. And we certainly do appreciate it. Any last thoughts, Doug, before we head home to catch some more carbs and finish my fries?
Well, I'm just, you got me wanting an ice cream sandwich tonight, so I'm going to have to go get one of those for sure before I go to bed.
We didn't see anything hit out of the park, so no snow cones had to be handed out. Again, we thank Coach Gaudy, thank Coach Winn for allowing us to do the game, the concession stand for hooking us up with some carbs. And as a reminder, we might be doing a show next week. We're just going to have to play it by ear, look at our schedules, and start doing a weekly show. A lot of things going on in high school and college sports to talk about the name, image, likeness, the portal. I mean, is amateur sports still alive at the high school and college level?
A lot to talk about.
Yeah. And our next game, because next week starts the playoffs, May 13th at Titusville High School, Spring Football Jamboree as they host MCC and Cocoa Beach. We're excited about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Coach here used to be the head football coach at Cocoa. I did a little announcing for Rockledge, so it's going to be nice to do a little football.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about football. That's in my wheelhouse for sure. So let's get it.
That's good.
Let's do it.
So from Pressbox Overtime, I'm Bill Maharis.
Doug Cook.
We appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great evening. Hats off to Cocoa Beach and Satellite for a great game. Best of luck in the districts. And we'll see you again on Pressbox Overtime. Good night, everybody.
Good night.